And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yeah, man. What is up out there, everybody? What is going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Eskimo Brothers Podcast, episode 163. It is titled The Greatest Fight in History, bro, because that's what we got last night. Just FYI, but hello, everybody, and hello, brother.
What's going on, man? It's been a good Saturday. We're doing this on a Saturday, actually.
Thank God.
And I always like when I get that text from Sam. He's like, hey, man, you want to record on Saturday instead of Sunday? I'm like, yes, please.
Throwing another curveball at everybody because, you know, we're doing this on a Saturday during football season, which is rare.
Yeah, well, my team's already played. Yours doesn't play till Monday, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's better to do this on a Saturday. We
love talking about the other games, but we also love not being deadly ill on Monday morning.
Exactly.
You know?
And we're already lubed up.
That's
Went
right.
to a little event in Fort Worth, close to where we're at here.
Yes.
Little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. There's a brewery called Martin House Brewery that's amazing. Put on a little event. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle themed.
Yeah.
And Sam and I grew up watching that stuff, so it was cool to go out there. We had the Secret of the Booze beer, which was delicious.
10%.
10%. It got us started.
Yeah. 10%, and it was like a green apple, pineapple, kiwi, sour type, and it was delicious.
Yeah, it was fucking good.
I should have bought a 4-pack to go, but when we were leaving, the line was kind of long to buy the beer to go, and I was like,
it was busy out there. There was a ton of people there, which was expected, but it was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, man. Shout out Martin House.
Played a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pinball.
Yeah.
Of course, we were nowhere near they were having like a contest. Some dude hit like 15 million points on there. I was like, yeah, we're not hitting that. But,
I didn't even really try.
Yeah, we were just dicking around. It was fun, though. It was a nice little start to the day. And so now we're back here at the Igloo starting, and we're hopping on live here. So we got some stuff to talk about. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to say, you know, we had been to Martin House several times before.
Yeah.
But I think it's been at least 5 years for me.
Yeah, it's been about that long for me too, man.
Yeah. So it's good to go. This brewery, usually on Saturdays, they all, I don't know if they do it now every Saturday, but before they used to do like, hey, come in, pay, I think it was 10 or 15, and you get a glass, which we did get Ninja Turtle glasses that we got to take. And then you get 3 or 4 beers with it.
Yeah.
Pours. And you can buy more after that if you wanted to. But usually when you have 3 or 4 of those to start your day, you're like, hey, I'm good.
Yeah, because they're a little higher content because it's craft beer. So obviously those usually have more alcohol in them.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtle beer. Secret of the Booze is what it was called.
But now they have it set up. It's basically like a bar. I mean, when they don't have these kind of events, you basically just go in there. It's like a bar. You open a tab and just drink as much as you want.
Yeah.
Usually. And so
several beers. They have a ton actually.
They've had it, and I saw it on that menu. I saw a lot I'd never even heard of yet. You know, like I said, I haven't been there forever, so
same.
And I don't buy it at the grocery store or anything because where I live, it's not really accessible. There's some, but
I did like when they first released that pickle beer. First of all, it was hard to find.
Yeah, well, that was a big one.
Yeah,
it was fucking delicious,
and they still make that, by the way. And that was on tap, and I had 3 of those, and they were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I only had one of those Secret of the Booze beers because, like I said, they were 10%.
Yeah, you have 4 of those and you're fucked.
I wouldn't be able to sit here right now.
Yeah, we'd be like, well, this day's over.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, yeah, the pickle beer is fucking. And they had 4 or 5 different pickle beers that with some kind of like blackberry. That's the one I tried.
They had lemonade, orange, blackberry, which was what you had.
Yeah, and I would say it tasted just like the pickle beer, but you could taste the very hint of the blackberry flavor, and it was fucking delicious, by the way. So they got a lot of cool stuff out there. Need to start going more often, actually.
I know, man. Maybe one day, whenever we start, like, whenever we have, like, tons of fans, which we're still waiting for you guys to want to hang out with us.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Please.
Thanks. We'd appreciate it.
It's free. Doesn't cost you anything.
But maybe one day we can, when I don't have to do it, or Leaf, we don't have to take any sort of equipment. We just roll up and record at Martin House.
That would be great.
Yeah. And everybody hangs out with us. And we're like, guys, pictures after the recording. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just
No
kidding.
pictures.
No, we would want to do that to just a party with everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, but no, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah. And like Leaf said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I grew up on that. Leaf grew up on that. I went to the theater to see the first two movies. I know that for a fact. I remember it. I actually own the original 80s cartoon, the entire series. It came in the Turtles bus, and I still have that, actually. So, huge fan.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm wearing the Turtle shirt. If you're watching us on YouTube, by the way, I'm wearing the Ninja Turtle shirt, and we got the glasses. So, yeah. Great fucking.
I watched the show
morning, but it was
as a kid. I mean, every day after school. It was like after school cartoons. It was the Turtles, He-Man, and all those fucking cartoons I used to watch. So, yeah.
That's the shit, bro.
I used to have all the fucking action figures, too, that I don't know where they're at. My mom used to still have them.
Bro, if you actually would have bought those and then never opened them, you'd have so much money right now.
I know. I opened them, obviously, and played with them because I was a kid.
Of course.
I had every one of them. I even had April O'Neil, and I had Rocksteady and Bebop. I had all of them. I had Casey Jones, all of them, dude.
Yeah, same. I had the van with the pizza shooter.
Yeah, me too. I had all the shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was.
There's some nostalgia for you, bro, to kick this episode off.
Yeah, man, I had a good time. So
it was fun.
Yeah.
And that place has grown significantly since the last time I was there. They have a massive patio now.
Yeah, it's huge.
With all kinds of vendors out there and food truck. And
I need to
was
try
like,
to book a show out there. I should have fucking asked somebody out there.
Yeah, that would be
think
fucking great. I would definitely come.
I've seen people like kind of country type cover people trying to play there. So it's like, they do it there.
I mean, that place, it was, like Leaf said, it was crowded, which we expected that because this was an event. So,
yeah. And
there, of course, there was people dressed up in Ninja Turtle costumes and everything. And it was fun. I had a good time. And the beer was just an added bonus, bro.
That's right.
The best added bonus, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. So, shout out Martin House, man. We love you. I do buy their beer sometimes out in the grocery store.
Yeah, I see it sometimes. In my little grocery store, it's just they have a little selection, but they used to have that pickle beer there. I don't know if they still do. I need to check.
They should because that sells like hotcakes.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah,
it's basically drinking pickle juice, and I do that when I'm hungover.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, this doesn't work though. It's not hydrating me.
Yeah,
the beer, the alcohol.
Right.
But anyways, that was fun today. And then on this past Wednesday, I told you guys if you hung out with us last week, if you listened to our episode last week because it was audio only, so it wasn't on YouTube. But if you listened to us, I went to Creed on Wednesday night here in Fort Worth, Texas. It was Mammoth, WVH, Three Doors Down, and then Creed headlined. And let me tell you, dude, I know I already told this to Leaf, but I got to tell everybody out there, and the people that may have seen my posts or whatever. But, dude, the entire show was amazing. Everybody sounded so good. The venue, Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, if you ever have a show there or an artist that you want to go see and they're playing at Dickies Arena, go.
Yeah.
The venue is fucking amazing. The sound inside the venue is fucking amazing. Everything about that place is badass. I think my buddy Adam, he went with me, and then my cousin Hedberg, who listens a lot, he went with me as well. And he looked it up. It was 14,000, I think, is the capacity of Dickies Arena. Because I was wondering, I'm like, how many people? But then there's the end stage, so I don't know officially how many people could hold. But anyways, it's kind of a mini American Airlines Center,
right? And
perfect fucking venue, dude. No lines for bathroom ever really, because I kind of know, obviously after somebody's set, don't go to the bathroom if you can hold it.
Right.
There's gonna be a line no matter what.
Yeah.
Plenty of places for beers, concessions, and all that. Sound, again, was fucking unreal. Mammoth, WVH. I had seen them open up for Metallica, but that was in a stadium on that massive, stupid in-the-round stage that Metallica has. It's way too fucking big. So seeing him open up for them in AT&T Stadium, I couldn't really hear him that well.
You're right.
This one, perfect. Heard everything. His guitar, his vocals, by the way, that guy's got some pipes. And, of course, that's the son of Eddie.
Right.
So he played the Distance song that he wrote for his dad. He was like, he was trying to make conversation. It was kind of funny because he was like talking after a song or whatever. He's like, how y'all doing, Fort Worth? And well, appreciate you coming out and all this. And he's like, oh, yeah, so unfortunately you got to hang out with me for like 3 more songs, before you get to Creed and all that. And he was just like, I'm just being awkward because I'm about to play this song and it's a little emotional for me. And I was like, oh, shit, this is that one. And I know that song. And so it was really good. He's fucking really good, dude.
Yeah, he is badass.
Yeah. And so it was just good to hear his sound because, like I said, the stadium was like, it was, you were there with me. AT&T Stadium, it just doesn't sound as good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. And then Three Doors Down, I had never personally seen them live. And you don't remember how many hits they have, and they have nothing but hits.
Right.
They actually played a new song. I didn't know they were writing.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of any new stuff for them for a long time.
Yeah, it sounded fine. It sounded great.
Yeah.
But then, of course, all the hits that they have. Loser, I sent you a clip.
Yeah, and that guy sounds fucking great still.
Yeah, and he's 46 years old. And, yeah, they were good. He turned into Jesus Christ in between one of the songs, though, because he was giving a sermon for about a minute and a half. I was like, okay.
Nice.
So he's on, which I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying that's if you're going to see him play, that's what you're going to get for. He said he didn't in between songs he doesn't like to talk because he likes to have that like 2-minute spot in the set where he can do that, and so he does that.
Okay.
And he tells you that you need to follow Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not knocking the guy. Do what you got to do, brother.
To each their own.
He seems like a really good guy though.
Yeah.
And he sounded great. As you said, like all the hits, like Kryptonite, of course. I mean, duh.
Away from the sun.
Yeah, they played that one, Away from the Sun. That was, oh, God, that's a great song, by the way.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Creed came on, and they crushed, And the thing about Creed is you're always wondering how Scott Stapp's going to sound or whatever. Mm-hmm. When they reunited back in, like, 2010, his vocals were not that good, in my opinion. He was struggling with some of the older stuff, and it's because I don't think he was, like, completely sober.
Right.
And all that. Now, apparently, he is. By the way, he's jacked and ripped. I'm like, okay, Scott Stapp is ripped now. He looks amazing. He's skinny, and he's ripped.
Yeah.
And he sounds fucking perfect.
Yeah.
So he really took this one serious, I think. And
it's crazy what you can do when you take care of your body.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not like Vince Neil.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Maybe he's just like, maybe I don't want to go down that path.
Right.
Maybe it was I don't know if it was a stipulation of like Tremonti and the rest of the band being like, dude, we'll do it, but you have to not drink.
Well, that's kind of the reason, because he got pretty wild with alcohol back in the day.
Well, after their reunion, the first time, he went off the deep end, bro. He was like posting videos on the actual Creed social media pages saying like President Obama's after me and shit. And he was in a random hotel. I'm like, dude, the guy is off his rocker.
Yeah, he was gone, for a little while.
But I'm happy that he's sober now and he sounds amazing. All the old stuff, his vocals were on fucking point, dude.
Nice.
And it's just kind of weird that, they reunited and they're doing this tour or whatever, and there's been no like news or nothing of new music.
Right.
So they're just kind of doing this to get back out there, I guess, and they're touring. I think, I don't know. I know it's obviously it's November, so it's through this year, but I think next year too. So, but I'm like, man, when they should get to the studio and write some songs.
Unless they're just one of those bands, because a lot of those old bands back 20 years ago are just touring on their old shit, and they get by just fine with it.
Yeah. So Scott Stapp is 51. And sounds amazing. Like I said, sounds amazing. I was blown away by. I was like, man, it's probably the best he's ever sounded.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It's nice
because when you're young, he sounded great then, of course, or whatever. But you may not be taking care of your body, your vocal cords, or anything like that. But now he's probably doing all that.
Yeah.
Now he's a very spiritual guy. I will say that. By the way, I told Leaf, I was like, I think he's been on Aaron Rodgers' darkness retreats and ayahuasca treatment because in between every song, he lets you know what the song's about and what it means very sternly and everything. So he's obviously found some sort of something to do that. And the rest of the band's like not even on the stage, and Scott Stapp's by himself talking to you. He's like, "Now, my brothers and sisters, I know when you get down, we can get up and we can rise, and this is what this song's about." I'm like, "Okay, bro," which is fine. I'm just saying, like, it's just sometimes I'm like, "All right, Scott, just play the fucking song, bro."
Yeah. Just keep it moving.
Yeah, but an incredible show overall, awesome show. If you get a chance to see Creed out there or Three Doors Down, just throwing that out there as well. Awesome. And again, I just want to know, I can't say more good things about Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. That place is fucking great, dude.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I do want to see a show there, so I'm gonna have to pick one that's coming around and go check it out because I've never been there yet.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll love it. I know a lot of country artists play there.
Yeah, I would imagine Parker McCollum will be there soon. I think he is actually playing New Year's Eve somewhere, so that might be it. But I'm not taking my kid somewhere on New Year's Eve. It's too dangerous out there.
Right. Yeah, that is.
And it's too fucking busy, dude. Like Gary Allen's New Year's Eve at Billy Bob's this year, and I really want to go, but man, it's just a nightmare.
That is a night. That's one of the nights now at my age where I'm like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
I would probably like take him down there, but I'd have to get a hotel close so we could walk, dude.
Yeah.
Driving down there is a nightmare.
Yep, definitely.
But anyway, yeah, I got to kind of look at Dickies Arena and see what's happening and just pick one and go and check it out.
Definitely, dude. I highly recommend it. Just to close it up, Creed played 16 songs. Number 14 was Higher, and the only reason I bring this up is because after Higher, a lot of people left. In my area,
the closing.
I thought that was the closing one, and I'm like, "Yo, they're not leaving, or they're not done," because they all left the stage, right?
Yeah.
And the stage got dark, right? The whole arena was still dark. I'm like, "Yo, if the house lights don't come on, bro, they're not done."
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's usually.
And then
how
of
you
course
know.
the screen pops up with the Creed symbol, like pulsating like a heartbeat, and so the crowd's like, "Creed, Creed," every time it came on. And they played two more songs. Of course, the two songs that they hadn't played at that time, because Adam was saying right there, dude, they haven't played My Sacrifice or One Last Breath, bro. They're not done.
Yeah.
And those were the two songs they played.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, they're not gonna fucking leave a concert and not play, not play like I'm 6 feet from the end.
Yeah, that song got so big on TikTok with all those TikToks.
Exactly. And then of course they ended with
the Sunflower one's the best one.
yeah, that is amazing. And then they ended with My Sacrifice, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way they're not playing that song.
Yeah, those are two bangers, bro.
Exactly.
Got to be played.
Those people left, and the guy down below me, he was laughing. He's like, "They're looking left, idiots." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how you leave, because these are two of their biggest hits."
Yeah.
So, great show. Yeah, definitely check out Dickies Arena for other shows tonight. Actually, while we're recording, obviously the audio will be out on Tuesday, so it's already happened. But at Dickies Arena, I know there's a bunch of people that I personally know that are going to the show there tonight, which is Iron Maiden.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet my buddy Paul on Facebook's going because he's a massive Iron Maiden fan. So
yeah, our OG one of our OG listeners, Jeff, is going, so he'll be down there.
Yeah, that's
a long fucking wait for him, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I hope he stays in a hotel.
Yeah, get a hotel, Jeff.
Jeff,
Jesus.
the couch is available over here.
Yeah. It's not as far.
It's not as far. There's no goddamn way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
check it out, man. Let us know if you're seeing a show out there. I just wanted to mention that real quick. Okay. All right, man. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about here in this episode. I mean, we're already banging it out right now. Is what we're doing.
That's what we're doing, dude.
Just want to point out, and we forgot to mention this on the last episode, but we were going to mention this anyways. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 came out yesterday. Was it yesterday?
It was Friday, yeah.
Yeah. I'm already finished it, by the way.
I have to.
5 episodes, right?
Yeah.
5
And
episodes.
they're all like around 40 minutes long, so it won't take you long to get through.
Yeah. Of course, we both finished it.
Yeah, we had to.
Verdict?
Oh, it's good. I mean, every time we talk about Cobra Kai, we talk about how it's one of the best shows, and it is. They never let you down. It's
Yeah.
such a great storyline. Every year they come up with something new and something surprising, and they've added new characters in this part 2, and it's just so good. It's that, along in which we're going to talk about later too, the Penguin. Those two TV shows that are just at the top of the game.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
dude.
And Cobra Kai is like,
Can we spoil it, do you think? Or is it too early? This comes out on Tuesday, bro. If you haven't watched it by then, you're not a Cobra Kai fan.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you want to do, man. Yeah, but if you haven't, if you're listening or if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't seen it, maybe hop off for a second. But
I don't think there's anybody watching us on YouTube. I'm just going to throw that out there. No, dude. So we know that season 6 is the last final season of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Netflix decided to do it in 3 parts. So they released I think the first part was 6 episodes, right? And then the second is 5, and the third is 5.
It's been all 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5.
There's
so 15 total.
Yeah.
Okay. And so each part is 5 episodes. So the second part came out yesterday. So 5 episodes dropped. Me and Leaf both finished it, which I knew we would.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And yeah, man, it's the first part left off of them being at the biggest tournament in the world for the dojos. This part, all 5 episodes, was them at the actual tournament, competing and going through whatever.
Yeah, the tournament starts.
Yeah.
And there's from all over the world. There's the best dojos from all over the world are in this tournament. It's like the tournament of the best karate dojos out there.
Yep.
And that gets started because at the end of season or the part 1, they arrive there, and then that's when you get that cliffhanger where Tori is on Cobra Kai's side now.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
started out with Miyagi-Do, but now she's with Kreese and Cobra Kai. And so we're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, we were like, oh, that bitch.
Yeah, we're like, God, every time there's some sort of cliffhanger, bro, and you're like, fuck, now we got to wait.
And guess what? There's another one in this part.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I hate that. Now we got to wait till February to get the last 5.
Yeah, so the third part is dropping in February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have a date yet, but it said February 2025, so I was like, fuck.
Yeah, and I guess Ralph Macchio and William Zabka were asked that question about this. Like, why are y'all doing it in 3 parts, basically, instead of dropping all 15? And they were like, well, we talked about it with Netflix and whatever. It's like you're almost getting like 3 movies.
Yeah.
Because each 5 episodes, even though each episode's like 40 minutes long. So he's like, you're kind of getting like 3 movies to end the story. Because it's like this is the last season.
Well, it's a genius way to do it because it builds like that.
The hype and everything.
Yeah, and it builds like because it's intense.
It is.
And so you're like,
something happens in every episode, by the way.
yeah, and you're like, holy fuck, and you just don't believe it. And I mean, it's such great writing, by the way. Like, I mean, people need to be taking notes on these fucking shows because like shows like this and The Penguin and all that, because like these original things like this, they're just doing a great fucking job with it. It keeps you engaged, and it's just great acting is in it, obviously.
Just to piggyback off of that, Cobra Kai, the writers, like you're saying, you know why? Because they're giving the fans what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah. With the writing, they're not doing anything crazy. Like they know, and apparently the main writers are like massive Karate Kid fans, anyways.
Right. Yeah.
But they're giving the actual fans what they want, and shout out to AI technology and everything, because we got fucking Mr. Miyagi sighting in this season.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which it looked like Pat Morita, bro. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows he's been dead for a long time, but they did some kind of AI thing, and it looked fucking real, and you're like, whoa, that blew me away, dude.
That blew me away as well.
It was a dream that Daniel LaRusso was having. So, but yeah, it was fucking. It was lights out.
Yeah, he has a dream at one point, and he's in a tournament fighting a young Mr. Miyagi, who's not Pat Morita, but then like towards the end of the fight, it transforms and it's actually Pat Morita's face, and he's talking, and that's shout out to AI, bro. Is what that is.
Yeah, it's very cool that they did that, because this has been this season has been a big part of Daniel LaRusso's journey, trying to figure out, because he's found some secrets about Mr. Miyagi, and he's trying to figure out, maybe I didn't know my fucking mentor, my sensei, and so he's finding all this out, so he's kind of haunted by it, and it's a great storyline. By the way, it is. Hopefully, it turns out good, because it's still like. Because
we're still left in the dark.
Yeah. Apparently, he killed somebody in the Taikai tournament back in the day.
Apparently, Mr. Miyagi's a murderer. So
yeah, and that's fucking with Daniel's head. So he's like, I don't know.
Well, because like that was his, like you said, father figure basically.
Yeah.
And mentor. We know that because
Miyagi was always about showing mercy to you, like beat your opponent, but like don't fucking kill him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of thing. So he was
only fight when need to fight.
Yeah. And he's the complete opposite of like the Cobra Kai type of fight, where they're like strike hard, strike first, and all that shit.
No mercy.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Mercy does not exist in this dojo.
You're about to see
Yeah.
the meaning of no mercy.
Yeah.
John Kreese, bro.
Oh, dude, it's so great. Every part of the show is great. All the characters are great.
Shout out to fucking...
There's all kinds of storylines weaving in and out of this part too, so it's not hard to follow, though. They're just so great at it. And, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those top shows.
It's shout out Terry Silver has made his reappearance.
Yeah, that's right.
As we knew.
And I knew there's somehow they were going to bring it back, and the way they brought him back was fucking cool. Like, it's not stupid, you know. They didn't just like bring him back just to bring him back. They made it.
Yeah, they made it like some hidden figure that we didn't really know, and then but it wasn't. We actually didn't know.
Yeah.
We thought it was one thing, and then of course it twisted. And then they reintroduce him in one scene that you're just like, oh, fuck, it's this guy.
Yeah. It's
of
crazy
course.
Good. It's crazy good, man.
Yeah.
So if you're not watching that show.
And Louis Tan is in this part.
Yeah, he's a great.
Which shout out Louis Tan, who, if you don't know who that is, man, I feel sorry for you. He was in the remake of Mortal Kombat. He's a huge martial arts guy. And he's a badass fighter. And he's great in this.
Yeah.
And he's already great.
He's that Shadow Star guy in Deadpool.
Yes.
That guy with the long hair that's like.
Yeah. Dude, Louis Tan's a badass.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So him being in there is great. And I can't wait to see that second
They added,
Mortal Kombat, by the way.
Yeah, they added this one female star who's like, she's super young, 21. I did research on her. She's like a 13-time Taekwondo champion, dude.
Yeah.
At 21 years old. So she's been doing this since she was like a kid.
Yeah, the cast, given the interviews about this season, they were like, dude, they stepped up the martial arts.
Yeah.
So, like, by the way, that's one thing that you have to say about as well. Whenever the fight scenes are happening, that shit looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's completely authentic. And you're like, holy shit, they worked hard as balls. You could tell all these actors. I don't know, you might have some stunt double shit in there, but like,
sure,
when you see their faces and stuff, they're doing the moves and shit. You're like, okay, they did their fucking research.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guy, the actor that plays Robbie in the series, by the way, is ripped completely. Mm-hmm. He had his shirt off at one point. I'm like, all right, bro, we don't need to see that, but you're ripped.
Yeah, he's taking his role seriously. So
yeah, no shit, dude.
But yeah, it's a fucking great TV show, man. Everything works from episode to episode, and like I said, man, other shows need to come out and they need to be taking notes and trying to do some original shit like this because it's great.
And the best part about this is we still have 5 more episodes to go.
Yep.
Like I said, unfortunately, we got to wait. But
that's going to end the fucking whole series, which
it's going to lead into the movie, though.
Yeah, it's going to lead into the movie. There's a movie coming out in May of 2025.
Yep. We saw the poster at the movie theater.
Yeah, The Legend Lives is what it's called.
Yeah.
Karate Kid, The Legend Lives. And it's got Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio. Looks like a new kind of upcoming.
I didn't see William Zabka at all in that.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be in it, man.
What's this 5 episodes? I'm a little scared, bro.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
I'm a little scared, bro. Because, like, by the way, in these 5 episodes, part 2, like, we got to see the emotional side of Johnny Lawrence.
Yes.
Because if something happens or whatever, and I'm like, dude, William Zabka, such a great fucking actor, bro.
Dude, he is all time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's so good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm fucking pumped about the last 5. Then I'm kind of sad, you know, because I don't.
Yeah.
You don't want.
But it's not over because we get the movie.
Yeah, we get the movie. See, maybe start a whole new generation of Karate Kid stuff.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to keep it going.
Oh yeah, you got to capitalize on this because it's really big,
dude. The crazy part whenever they drop like a season or whatever, the way they're doing it, these 5 episodes, like I finished it in less than a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so. I remember when this came out. And I think we talked about this a little bit. The first season, I remember because it was on YouTube Red originally.
Yeah.
It was not on Netflix all the way.
No.
Netflix just bought it and bought the rights because it was so fucking good.
Yeah, thank God they did.
But when it came out on YouTube Red, I was like, all right, man, this is kind of weird. I'll watch it. I thought it was going to be a movie, but all right, I'll watch it. And I watched that first season, and I texted you, and I'm like, Jesus, this is fucking amazing, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think going in.
Yeah.
Because they're both kind of old, and you're like, what is they going to do? And I'm like,
perfect.
They fucking nailed it from the start, dude. I was like, okay.
And once again, I just want to say, dude, I can't say more than enough about William Zabka. I mean, Ralph Macchio is great or whatever. I just relate more to Johnny Lawrence.
Right.
And his character now. And I'm just like, he's fucking, even now in this part 2, he's still fucking great, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good, man.
Yeah, it's a great fucking TV show, man. So you guys got to get on it. If
Go watch that part 2 of season 6. You will love every fucking second of it, of course. There are some cheesy parts in it, of course. But
yeah, I mean, that's the way it's always been.
Yeah.
But it's like that good cheesy. You know what I mean? It's not like so bad that you have to turn it off or anything.
No, no,
It's
exactly.
just great stuff, and it's funny. It's got all this comedy stuff in it, and then the drama. I mean, it's got everything.
It does, and like a little emotional pulls on you in this one. So
yeah, a little bit.
there you go, man. Check it out. If you haven't seen it, then like Leaf said, hopefully you skipped this part, but otherwise we don't care.
Well, we didn't give it all away.
No, we didn't. There's some stuff in there that we definitely didn't give away.
Yeah.
There's a new character that comes in from again. They introduced another character from Karate Kid. I think 2 or 3. I think it was 2.
2.
Yeah, he comes in, and it's not a big character. He just fights Daniel LaRusso early back in the day.
Oh yeah, no, that was 3.
That was
yeah,
Karate Kid 3. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Because Silver was the
sends
guy.
him to fuck him up in his.
That's right.
In Mr. Miyagi's like little shop.
Yeah. Now I hope in the one thing I'll say is I hope the last 5 episodes. I hope we get all of the characters together, fighting at some point. Like I want Barnes back again because he was in the first part of this season. I want him back, and I want them all to fight somehow, some way. We still haven't got Hillary Swank. I don't know. I guess we're not going to get her, bro.
That's the one big one we're missing.
Yeah,
is her. And I swung and missed because I thought that was Tori's mom. Yeah, and it's not.
No, her mom's dead.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect fucking spot to put her in, I would think. But
yeah, and I guess we're not going to get her, man, because unless it's somehow these last 5 episodes, but. I will never say never because these guys have delivered on everything.
Oh yeah, no, like we got Elizabeth Shue, who was Allie in the Karate Kid 1. So I was like, and then we got Kumiko, who is was Daniel's like little love interest in Karate. Chosen's
who's in this second part, by the way, a lot.
They've gotten, and then they put even some of like Johnny Lawrence's buddies, in it.
Early on,
yeah. So that's the only big one we're missing is Hillary
The only
Swank.
one I think we're missing is Hillary Swank. And maybe they couldn't afford her, but I mean, God, they've delivered on so much that Netflix has so much money. There's no way they couldn't afford
Right. She could come in for like an episode or something.
Yeah.
Or who knows. We'll see what. I mean, I don't think they're done with it, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Obviously.
There's only 5 left, though.
Yeah. There's going to be some massive surprises in these last 5. I guarantee there is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's going to be there, but it would be cool if she was there.
I think so,
Even
too.
though that's like the worst Karate Kid movie in the whole franchise.
It's really bad.
It's
but at this point, it's like so bad, like people love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a cult thing.
And there's a couple other, like the bad guys could be in there, too. I don't know. But
yeah,
we'll
get
see.
Walton Goggins in there, bro.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's in the universe.
Yeah, he's in there, bro.
Yeah.
That would be great, dude.
Yeah, well, that guy's perfect in everything.
Yeah, he is.
We'll see. There you go, though. That's go check out part 2 of season 6. And again, as Leaf said, there's part 3 is the final one of Cobra Kai, and it comes out in February.
Yep.
So we'll tie a bow on that series, which has been one of the best.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it for sure.
Now, speaking of another series and everything, just to tie a bow on this one as well, this one is officially over. And we've talked about it a couple times, but we decided to kind of hold off till the end of it. Yeah. And what we're talking about is the series The Penguin, which, again, if you listen to us, you know that we've talked about this. Now, it follows, the whole series is 8 episodes long. It's officially over. And it follows, after the first The Batman film, the Matt Reeves Batman, it follows basically Oz Cobb's rise to power, this series. Because after Carmine Falcone died in the Batman, he kind of has an opportunity. And he kind of, this whole series is about him rising to power, that underground gangster type style. Like we talked about how this show was amazing, and it's over. And dude, 100% top 5 for me. I'm not even fucking kidding. It's one of the best shows ever made.
Yeah, this is about as perfect as you can get when it comes to TV shows.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people might be turned off from it because it's comic book stuff, but this is not even that. It's comic book characters, but it's not a comic book show. No. If you ask me, it's like a gangster type drama, kind of like Sopranos is what somebody compares it to. It's just like that, and it's fucking great. It's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've said this, we've said this, both of us have said this. Colin Farrell and Kristen Milioti, if they don't get awards for this,
And the guy that plays Victor.
yeah, if they don't get awards for this, it's a crime.
Exactly.
Like, you fucked up already.
Yeah.
If you just give them the fucking Emmys,
And
right
the
now.
writers, and the crew,
Yeah.
the cinematography,
Yeah,
everything, dude.
it's so good, man. The storyline's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, this starts a week after the first Batman movie, after the Riddler kind of floods the whole city, and then like Sam said, Carmine Falcone's dead. So now the Oz is trying to be like, it's okay, I got to take over. I'm going to try to take this whole thing over, and it's that whole story. And then Sophia comes along. We don't see her in the movie at all.
Who's Carmine's daughter? Yeah.
She gets out of the loony bin. She was in like Arkham Asylum for a while. She gets out. Now she's going to be like, nah, this is my shit now. And it's just kind of a battle between them through the whole thing. And it's fucking great, dude.
And
They're
the
both
Maroney
so good.
family.
Yeah, the Maroney family.
Yep.
So,
It's so good, dude.
yeah, it's insane, dude.
It's basically a gangster story and a gangster crime story. And as Leaf said, like, and we've talked about, like, there's no way Colin Farrell does not win Best Actor.
Oh, you got to give it to him.
There's no way. He's in a fucking full body suit. First of all, you can't even tell that's who it is.
Yeah, if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
His voice is perfect.
Yeah, he's got that deep fucking New York accent. And
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And if you saw him on the Tonight Show, he was talking about it with Jimmy Fallon. And Jimmy Fallon's question, one of the questions was like, dude, how did you do the voice? And he has of course, they have dialect coaches.
Yeah.
But then he was like, yeah, we just found this one guy that was like an apartment building owner, and his voice was perfect for it. And he would always say, gefilte fish. Gefilte fish. And he's like, that's what kind of brought me into it.
Yeah.
But you just can't tell. And it's like the acting, everybody is perfect in this fucking goddamn series. I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Batman fan, of course. But like Leaf said, this really is not a comic book thing.
No.
It's not goofy.
No,
it's not anything
no,
like
no.
that. It's super serious drama, crime. It's fucking so good, dude.
Yeah.
And
No.
this is a 10. This is a 10 out of 10 for me, bro.
Oh yeah, no, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. It's perfect. Like I said, it's as close as perfect as you can get as far as television goes. Every week. This is one of those they dropped once a week. So you're like, fuck, man, this is one of those I wish they dropped all at once so I
Right.
could fucking get through it, because every time they ended one, I was like, damn, I gotta wait one full week.
Yeah.
But man, also that kind of that makes it a lot better too. Sometimes it's like, because you're all fucking ready. You're
Well, this one is better doing it that way because
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon season 2, we had to wait a week, and I'm like, I think that's hurting it because this is not good.
yeah. They after like the first 4 episodes, you're like, okay, what are we doing here?
So slow and
Yeah.
boring.
Dude, they need to pick up on season 3 on that.
The second half of the Penguin, every episode was fire. I mean, every episode was fire, but I'm just saying 4 through 8 or whatever, it was so good, dude, because something always happened, dude.
Yeah, something.
House of
big.
the Dragon, we were like, okay, Damon's still in the mansion. Great.
Yeah, having weird dreams.
Yeah, and I'm
just
like,
not,
dude, fucking
not
this is-
doing anything.
those are the type of series where you're just like, man, that shit needs to drop all at once because it's bad. When you have to wait a week, and you're
Yeah.
like, at that point, people are just like, I just don't give a fuck. But
Right.
this one, every time an episode ended, you were like, fuck, I want it, you know. So you had to wait a week. So you're gonna go back a week later and be like, yes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, it's a perfect, like you said, it has shot up to top 5 TV shows for me
Absolutely.
easily, because it's so good. I did see that there's talks about season 2.
That's what I was just about to say that
Yeah.
to you, bro. And I was like, please don't do a season 2. Please don't do it.
Well, with Matt Reeves is involved, they're talking with Matt Reeves about it, because he's going to have to do the movie in a way to make it to where season 2 can happen.
I don't want that.
Colin Farrell said he signed on for 3 Batman films, so he might be in all 3.
Okay.
And here's what I think: the Penguin's probably not going to be the biggest villain in the second one, and then they're going to do a season 2 to build up to the 3rd Batman film, where the Penguin's probably going to be the biggest villain in the 3rd one. That's my guess. If they're going to do it, I think that's the only way you
I
can.
mean, I
do
don't know, dude. I think he might. I think after
Well,
the
him
ending,
and Sophia's that story's not done.
well, there's a connection with Sophia with Selena Kyle now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They left it open to
Yeah.
make it link up to where after number 2, well, they haven't even started filming number 2 yet, so they can do script shit and whatever, but hopefully they don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
But Matt Reeves is way too good to fuck this up.
Yeah, just let's point that out.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, 100% on that.
So if they're gonna do it, have Matt Reeves involved so you don't fuck this up.
He's the main writer of all this shit, and he should be. I think that,
But if you were to leave it right now, I'd be happy with that. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think I personally think that the Penguin's going to be the main villain in the second one because of the way it ended.
Right.
I mean, so here's the thing about this, by the way, too. There's the brilliance of this fucking writing and this show. During the whole series, you're like, oh man, I feel bad for Oz, you know, because everything you find out and like about his history and his mom, and by the way, shout out to the person that played his mom. That's an incredible actress.
Yeah, she's crazy good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you
Talk
start to
about
feel
a
bad.
very unhealthy attachment to his mom, man.
Yes,
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, and so you start to feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I did, or whatever, and I was kind of like, oh man, look at the Penguin, bro. I feel bad for him, bro, and everything that happened to him and trauma in his childhood or whatever. And then and the last 2 episodes or whatever, you start to see how like he's not exactly a guy you should root for.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, you 100%. Oh, this is a villain. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Colin Farrell said in an interview, he goes, if you're like kind of rooting for Oz right now, he goes, trust me, you're gonna hate him at the end of the show. And he's right.
At the end of the show, and we're not spoiling anything. It's been out a week now.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally has this connection the entire series to Victor, and Victor seems like his right-hand man, his buddy. Victor gives this heartfelt speech to Oz. He's like, man, your family, brother.
Yeah.
And everything. And I'm like, oh my God, dude.
So like just backstory, because Victor lost his family in that flood.
Yeah, he did.
And so then he gets busted trying to steal the Penguin's rims off his car.
Yep.
Penguin catches up to him, takes him under his wing, basically as his mentor.
Turns him into like
makes him his driver, becomes part of his crew, and like he takes a real like shining to Vic. Like he's like even Victor tried to get out of there and he got mad about that, and Victor ended up staying with him, and so like you could tell like the Penguin had like this connection with Victor, and he wanted him to stay and kind of be a part of it.
Yes.
And so you're like, oh hell yeah, and then after Victor, what was it? A couple episodes, episode 6, maybe 7. I think it was 6 when he shot that one dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is where Victor's.
So he's turning.
Yeah, I was like, Victor's now. He's got that taste in him. He killed somebody.
Yeah, he's turning into like kind of like Oz, like a villain type.
That's what I said. I said this guy's going to turn into like a villain.
Yeah.
And it might. I don't know if it'll go against the Penguin stuff or it might go against Batman or whatever later. But he's going to be a part of it. Well, I was definitely wrong.
Yeah, so what Leaf is saying right there is perfect because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, there's Victor's like turn into like a full-blown villain. He killed his first person in cold blood.
Yeah. Just shot him.
And so I was like, there it is. And then he did a lot of shit in the last episode for Oz, the Penguin. Mm-hmm. And I was like, there it is. And then they go out to this little place after everything's kind of settled, and Oz is like the king now.
Yeah.
Officially, he's got rid of everybody.
Yes, Sophia's locked up now in an asylum.
Which
Maroney's dead.
Writing, by the way,
was
unbelievable for that.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah.
And Maroney is dead. That was the other obstacle Oz had. But now, Sophia's gone. Maroney's dead. It's all Oz now. He's taken over the whole fucking like Gotham.
Yeah, but he knows
the underground crime shit is all Oz's now.
He knows it's all his.
Yeah.
And he goes out and talks to Victor alone, and then and Victor's a younger guy, by the way. So like Leaf said, he's kind of like his like protege, if you will.
Yeah. Like I say, he took him under his wing.
Yeah.
Kind of helped him along.
And then you just get the biggest turning
shock
of all time in the last episode, of course, and just sits there and strangles him to death.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, he makes his speech about family. He says,
Victor's
family.
like, I love you.
He goes, sometimes that's a good thing. He goes, but also it makes you weak.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I can't bring you with me here. And so I was like, and he grabs him around. So I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Strangles him to death, and I'm like, holy
dude, my
shit.
jaw was on the fucking floor.
Same. And then
I felt bad for Vic. I was like, you should have left with your girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You should have got on that bus, brother.
yeah.
But that like took me back to where I was just like, you know what? I mean, we kind of forgot during the whole course of this that he's a villain.
This is the bad guy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been the bad guy the whole time. And sometimes the show makes you think, he's trying to just, trying to do his thing. And,
well, that's like I was saying. I was like, I feel bad for him because his mom's got this disease.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, he's got like problems, obviously, because he's the penguin. But then you're like, that brought me back. And I was like, he's the fucking back. Now we need Batman. And then, of course, at the very end of the episode, the final episode, Oz, by the way, shout out to, once again, the writing and everything. He's wearing carrying a top hat, which is like the penguin. And
that's like the first iteration of the film Penguin. Well,
yeah.
And then the comic book too. He wore a top hat,
of course.
And you're like, oh man, these fucking guys.
Yeah. And then you
They know
have
what they're doing.
Him dancing with the chick that he's kind of been not with, but like on the side, prostitute. I think is what she is.
Yeah, I think he was kind of like the pimp of that chick.
And then his mom's in a coma now, and she's overlooking the city, which is what he always wanted for her.
Yeah, like in an empty penthouse.
In an empty penthouse. Yeah. And then he's at the very end or whatever. I think that girl said, like, nobody can stop you now or something like that. And then it flashes to the skyline, and then you get the bat signal. I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
Yeah.
And that was fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, it's perfect.
Because I was, like, sitting there. I'm like, how are we ever going to get Robert Pattinson in this series? And I didn't know. Nobody knew. But that's the only iteration we got of the Batman. Literally the last 2 seconds of the whole series is the bat signal comes on, and I'm like, now it's on. That's what makes me think that like Penguin's going to be the main villain.
Well, and people were always asking those questions about why isn't Batman running around when all the shit is happening? Well, Matt Reeves did an interview too that he says in the Batman 2 you're going to see the struggle that Bruce Wayne has because he feels responsible for the Riddler. Like he feels, and so maybe during this time that this Penguin shit is happening, he's like, being a recluse and like he's fucking because he's struggling with the fact that Batman.
Well, you got to remember he's only in year 2 of Batman.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe this was a bad idea, and like maybe he's depressed and he's not out there doing shit. So like I said, he's got this fucking planned out, dude. Matt Reeves isn't fucking this up. It's gonna be great.
He's a fucking genius writer. Yeah.
So even if
as you can see,
even if they do try to stretch I don't think you should do more than 2 seasons if you're going to do it.
I'm perfect with just 1.
Yeah.
That would be great. It's perfect. And maybe in between films 2 and 3, you do another series of like a different villain or something.
Well, also too, like I said, this ends with Oz being like, he's just starting. So you can you can make Batman Part 2 where he's just kind of, because he said, I think Colin Farrell said he's only in 5 or 6 scenes of Batman 2. So I think they're going to try to push him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so that second season is going to be when he's built his whole fucking empire because he's still starting from the bottom.
He is, yeah.
So they could work it that way. Like I said, no matter what they do, I believe in Matt Reeves and I think they're going to make it amazing. But I mean, like I said, if they end on season 1 and they don't make a season 2, I'm fine with that. Obviously.
I would be fine with it too. It's so good.
But
it's just like.
Fucking Kristen Milioti was so good as Sophia.
Oh yeah,
Falcone. They got to put her in the movie, or they got to do something.
I mean, she has to be. She's tied to Selena Kyle now.
Yeah.
Which, just saying, in the last episode, like Leaf said, she got locked up again, but then she gets a letter from Selena Kyle, who is her half sister, by the way.
Yeah, because Carmine Falcone is like, he's the dad of both of them.
Yep.
Different moms, but like he's their dad. Mm-hmm. So they're like half sisters for sure.
Had to get a new actor for this series because the guy was like, it's too violent. I'm like, you strangled 3 bitches on screen, but okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And you missed out, by the way, because this is the best TV show of it. One of the best of all time.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's solid television.
Yeah. So there you go, man. Make sure you check out The Penguin. By the way, just want to shout out to Rotten Tomatoes for this. And the critics, 95%. That's all you need to know. Fans, 92%. I'm putting it at 100. 10 out of 10 for this show. Absolutely amazing. Every episode was fucking good. Acting, everybody win awards. If they don't, it's bullshit. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a big mistake. If you
Everyone.
don't
I'm
give
talking Colin Farrell. I'm talking Kristen Milioti. I'm talking the guy that plays Victor. I'm talking cinematography people, sound people, everything, dude.
Yeah, they should sweep
Yes.
because it's perfect. 10 for me too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, go see that shit if you haven't. We spoiled it, but go see it.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max.
Yeah, if you
So you
haven't,
can just watch get your
the
fat
last
ass at home.
episode has been on for a week now. If you haven't seen it, you're not a fan.
Sit your fat ass at home and watch the Penguin, bro. All right. Okay, just a couple more things here, and then we'll move on to some sports stuff, and then all that great shit. There was a rumor out here, bro. There was a rumor out there that was floating around social media that gained some traction, and that's what social media does. So we know that the final, I don't know if it's the final one, but it's the Mission Impossible franchise is what I'm talking about. The Final Reckoning is the actual title of the movie that's coming out next week. We just got the trailer, right? And it's really good. Obviously, it's Tom Cruise. He's 62, bro. So he's still doing all of his own stunts at 62. There was a rumor out there that Glenn Powell was going to take over Ethan Hunt's role, kind of like fucking James Bond, right?
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise is 62, bro. There's no way this guy can keep doing this shit.
No. Yeah, he's getting up there, bro. And I mean, your body's going to break down at some point.
Yeah. And I don't know if we talked about this on a pod or this Thursday stream, but anyways, Glenn Powell's 36 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, Tom Cruise is 62. Still does his own stunts. We all know that. He might die on screen one day. Hopefully not.
Yeah, he's going to die on a set for
Stop hanging on to planes, actually, that are taking off.
Yeah, if you send that, if he said he wants to go to space and do shit, I'm like, you do that, that's where he ends his life.
Yeah. So the rumor was that Tom Cruise, because Glenn Powell was in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So he knows Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
They know each other. And Glenn Powell's fantastic, by the way.
He's great. He's the next big thing. I think.
That's what we're thinking.
He's gotten a lot.
And so maybe that's why this rumor was out there.
Maybe, yeah.
But Glenn Powell shot that down on the Pat McAfee show this past week. He said, "My mom's never going to let me do that. That's a death trap." Now I don't know. Obviously, sometimes something could happen, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I just want to say the problem with doing that or trying to do that is Tom Cruise has set the bar so fucking high.
Yeah.
Because he does all of them. He holds his breath for like 6 fucking minutes in a movie, and I'm like, how's he not drowning?
Yeah.
He does everything over the top.
It's wild.
He jumps out. Tom Cruise has jumped out of a plane like 7,000 times probably.
Yeah.
He does everything. He jumped off that in the Dead Reckoning, which was so fucking good.
It was insanely good, yeah.
He did that whole like motorcycle jump like 8 times.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a video out there that shows that he's doing it. He did all those practice jumps and everything.
And there's no wires. Nothing. No. If his chute doesn't open, he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
That's what Tom Cruise does. And so I'm like, if you step into that role, bro, you can't pussy it.
Right.
He set the bar so high.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't want that role personally. I'd be like, nah, dude, I'm gonna leave that to Tom, bro. Or in this thing, right? Yeah, because Tom Cruise is, like I said, 62 years old. I don't know how much. I mean, I don't think he's gonna quit, but it's kind of like that Liam Neeson thing where he's like, dude, I can't fake it anymore, bro.
Yeah.
So Glenn Powell, I think, would be great. I'm not saying he wouldn't be, and there's other people that probably would be as well, but. I don't know, man. What do you think? Do you think Glenn Powell could take that on, bro?
I think he could. I don't think he. I mean, I don't think he's going to do like all those stunts. I mean,
nobody's as fucking crazy as Tom Cruise.
No,
bro.
you would have to like. He's going to have a stunt guy there. Like, but if he wants to take over Ethan Hunt, I'd be happy about that. That's a great guy to do it.
Yeah,
but yeah, as far as like, nobody's going to live up to the Tom Cruise movie star thing.
I don't think so either.
He's the last like big fucking movie star, really.
That does his own shit. Yeah. Does everything.
Yeah.
So, I think Glenn Powell probably had fucking stunt doubles and twisters, for God's sakes.
Probably. So, yeah, Tom Cruise is just crazy, dude. Well, he thinks he's protected by Scientology. So he's like, I'm just going to do this. And I'll be
so
fine.
far, so good. I mean, he snapped his ankle on that Dead Reckoning filming. It was disgusting, by the way. If you haven't seen that video out there, when he jumps from a building to another building and he lands on his foot wrong, he snapped his ankle and his ankle's just hanging there. I'm like, oh.
That's gross.
Yeah. Exactly.
Robin Ventura's type shit.
Yeah. Or Harrison Ford also broke his ankle in the last filming of the last Indiana Jones, which I'd never watched because I watched 10 minutes of it and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking bummer that was, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other actor you think that could take that role? out there? Do you anything come to mind?
Oh man, maybe like a Tom Holland, but I mean he's locked into Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think he's too busy with that.
Yeah,
it would have to be a younger guy,
yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah, somewhere along those lines.
No, not an English guy though.
No,
Ethan Hunt's an American, bro.
Yeah,
Tom Holland can take fucking James Bond,
just like
bro.
an American guy can't play Bond.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
British,
yeah, Tom Holland can play Bond, but he's off limits for Ethan Hunt, bro.
yeah. So yeah,
let me just say that I've stamp of approval for Glenn Powell, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. But
I would be fine with that.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with
100% too.
Because I'm a fan of Glenn Powell. I think he's gonna be good for a while.
Absolutely, he's only 36.
Yeah,
younger than me, fucking asshole. And he's obviously very good looking, of course.
He's a handsome motherfucker, that's for sure.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
And he's a Texas boy, so I like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's the other good little nod right there. By the way, did you ever watch that video of Glenn Powell giving a tour of his like fridge and what he eats and everything for Men's Health?
No, I haven't seen that.
Everything in the fridge was like perfectly healthy and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely the opposite of my fridge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we don't look like him.
No alcohol, of course.
Yeah,
and just like straight up, like, just, seaweed grass juice and like fucking just perfect shit.
He's got somebody filling that.
Of course,
he's
got a chef there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. If I had all the money, I'd look like that too.
Exactly. He's like protein.
Probably not because I'm still drinking.
No, I'm not.
My trainer would be mad at me.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm drinking.
Yeah. He's like, "You ready to work out today?" I'm like, "No, I'm drank 13 Miller Lights."
Yeah, I'm like, hungover, bro. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Because I crushed like 23 Miller Lights last night, bro. Get off my ass, bro."
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
I'd be the worst movie star of all time.
Yeah. Well, no, we'd be the best, bro.
Right. Yeah. No, I'd be like Bill Murray, bro.
There's
give me those roles, bro.
Or like, Chris Farley, bro. Yeah. Like you just do a great job, and then because you can't stop partying, you die.
Yeah, that would happen.
32 years old. Jesus,
yeah,
that's hard to believe. By the way,
right?
That Farley died when he was 32. I was like, what the hell? Way too young, man. But anyways, yeah, I'm on board with Glenn Powell. I think that would be great. Obviously, like I said, they know each other. And now I will say this. Even though Tom Cruise is 62, if he ever gave that role of Ethan Hunt up to actually act or whatever, maybe not say it's Ethan Hunt. Make it another new character. But then the other thing I will say is, like, even if Tom Cruise can't do this shit anymore because he's old, he's still probably going to be a part, like, writing, producing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because the Mission Impossible thing is his shit, dude.
Yeah, he has his own production company. He's definitely not letting that go. So until he's dead, obviously. So yeah, I would say maybe be more original. Hollywood needs to be more original. You can maybe make him put him in a movie with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and Tom Cruise is like, I'm the
where he hands the baton off.
Exactly, like I'm the head of the IMF now or whatever.
Yeah. And then Glenn Powell takes it over, and he's a different guy. It's a different character.
Yeah, I would like that a lot.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I've always hated about James Bond, the 007 shit. I'm like, dude. I mean, it's not the same actor, obviously, and that's what they always said was like, well, 007's not necessarily, it's just the agent name. And I'm like, all right, well, his name's James Bond. They played like 5 characters now.
Yeah, it's been a lot. And
that's the same kind of shit, it's kind of the American spin on that, but taking it a different direction would be cool. And I have no doubt that Tom Cruise will deliver no matter what, because like I said, and like Lee said, there's like, 7 Mission Impossibles now? There's going to be 8. I mean, they're so fucking good. So
yeah, that's a great franchise, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been good.
Yes.
So yeah, man.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with old Tom Cruise, man, and that whole thing. But apparently Glenn Powell shot that down, said, nah, bro, my mom's not going to let me do that. But you're 36, brother. You can do what you want.
Yeah, he's full of shit, bro.
Just throwing that out there.
He's just saying that, dude, because he can't say.
Yeah, just throwing it out there, bro. You're old. You can do what you want, bro.
Yeah.
Also, he probably fucks so many chicks. All right, moving on.
Dude, there's no way he didn't bang Sydney Sweeney, bro. You can't tell me that he didn't. In that one movie, that Anyone But You.
Yeah.
They were. I saw like TikToks and videos of them hanging out after like they were shooting and stuff. They were in Australia by them. I was like, he banged her, bro.
I would hope so.
Lucky.
Otherwise, what are
bastard.
you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky fucking bastard, dude.
Yeah, he's a lucky bastard. But that's what happens whenever you look great. By the way, fuck these guys and their 36-year-old hairstyles. They have hair and they're perfect. And I'm like, I don't have hair. I lost my hair when I was like 25, dude. It's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little solar panel going on, so it's time. It's almost time for me to start shaving it.
I just can't stand that, bro, because I'm like, fuck you guys, man. And then somebody was like, maybe you can just be like Jason Statham. I'm like, he has more hair than I do still, so no, I can't.
And he's way more handsome.
And he's fucking ripped, so no. And he knows how to fight.
Yeah, he's like, I can't compare to that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm like, I'm not skinny as him. Like, he's ripped, and I'm like, yeah, that's not me. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, when chicks say like, "Oh, I love the bald guys like that," I'm like, "Yeah, because he's got $1 million."
Yeah, and he's ripped, and,
And
he's
he's
fucking,
ripped, and he's
yeah, thanks.
Yeah, if I'm bald at a bar, y'all ain't coming after me,
No,
bro.
no. Well, it has happened, but I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
Every time I look at that, like Leto and Glenn Powell and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, perfect head of hair. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Fuck Leto too, by the way.
Yeah.
God, I put a picture of.
Dude, he's so fucking old and he doesn't look like it.
I sent you that picture where he's like 42 and he's 52 now, side by side picture. I was like, this guy's a vampire, bro. He does not age.
You can't even tell.
Yeah, you can't tell, dude.
No.
Handsome
10
motherfucker.
fucking years later.
Fuck
you're
that
like,
guy for being the most talented guy ever
Yeah,
in the
really.
history of dudes.
Yeah.
His fucking voice of an angel,
He does.
ripped, and he's an Academy Award winner. I mean, fuck this guy.
Yeah, what can't you do?
Long
bro?
ass hair that's beautiful.
No, I
by
will
the
say
way.
that he's a weird bastard.
No, he's out there, but he's a hot motherfucker.
He
by
runs
the
a
way.
cult, bro.
Fine, he can because he's so hot.
Fine.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Yeah, do what you do, bro.
Yeah. Why not?
When you look that good, people are gonna believe anything you say.
Yeah, it's true. You got a point.
He's gonna be David Koresh, bro. And he's like, this Jared Leto's in Waco. We're like, what the fuck?
I'll be like, Jesus Christ, is another one? Burning the house down?
A reboot of this fucking
Yeah.
Branch Davidians?
Yeah. Like, Jesus. All right. Whatever. He's like, I have to have sex with your
If
wife.
anybody's gonna tell me they're Jesus, I would believe Jared.
Yeah, he's
Leto,
like,
for
I have
sure.
to have sex with your wife because that's what God wants. I'm like,
I'd be
who
like-
believes that?
All right, babe, go ahead.
That whole story blows my mind still that there's husbands out there who are like, yes, you do need to bang my wife and make her pregnant.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the who the fuck is that stupid?
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, we can go off all day on that. We'll do a whole episode of the Branch Davidians.
Yeah. Yeah.
R.I.P. by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sure they're still around, but they're R.I.P. the Waco Branch Davidians. They're dead as all
yeah,
fuck.
they got fucked up.
Yeah. And their leader burned them to hell. So
Yeah, it was like they're dead. They're fucking dead.
they are, bro. I feel bad for them too. All right, let's move on. Let's jump into sports, but obviously before we do that, I've got to relieve myself because yeah, we're drinking today.
We have been pounding beers.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you drink, bro. So we'll jump into sports, and then of course end it on a crazy funny thing. As always, YouTube, if you're watching out there, I don't know how many there are. We appreciate you if you're
love
here, and stick with us. We'll be right back. Except we're just gonna take a little pee pee. A pee pee. All right, man. Woo! There we go. Love you guys for hanging in there with us. Thank you so much if you're still out there chilling with us. And
Appreciate you out there, man. Thank you so much.
Jump into the sports world, Leaf. What do you think about that, bro?
Yeah, man. Shitty sports week, but it's all good.
All right, first things first, though, on the sports world. Just want to say this, bro. We got this news last week, which actually kind of excited me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. So, I don't know if you've been following it out there, but 3 years ago, one of our favorite NFL coaches of all time, John Gruden, he resigned because some emails came out about him, and it was
questionable comments,
racist and homophobic language in some emails. Which, John, you should know better than to put that through.
Those never go away, bro. They're always out there. Even
put
when
that
you
through
delete
via email. Even though the players came out and defended him, like, dude, he ain't that. It's just kind of thing. It's like one of those things. Dude. By the way, if anybody read text messages between me and Lee, we're both going to hell.
Yeah, we'll never find another job.
We'll never find another job.
We'd have to do this full time. Please listen.
I'm maybe a janitor, and then I'll be like, yeah, please listen to our podcast. We need money. The donation link would be on there 24/7. Be like, we need food.
I need to pay my car payment, please.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was 3 years ago, and obviously it doesn't matter because he, I think, even if he resigned, I think that he still got the money from the contract, right?
I think so, yeah.
So that was a 10-year deal with the Raiders, a huge coaching deal, unless I'm wrong, which if I'm wrong, I apologize. But it doesn't matter because anyways, this past week we got the announcement that John Gruden signed a deal with Barstool Sports, bro. And the whispers are that the NFL exile could soon be ending as well.
Yeah.
But he was hired by Barstool Sports on Thursday. I really don't know what he's doing. He jumped on podcasts his first day, and then Barstool always does this kind of the same thing as our Thursday night stream. They're live for games. They have like a crew that watch games and react to the game happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we're doing as well on Thursday. I will say we're better. Or no, actually, I'm sorry, Dave Portnoy. Just hire us as well, please.
Yeah, at least give us a listen and a watch and see what you think.
But Dave Portnoy came out, confirmed the news that they hired John Gruden. Dave Portnoy was on the first stream as well, and Big Cat was well. And if you don't know who Big Cat is, he's like a kind of the second man, I think.
Yeah,
at Barstool.
He's really big at Barstool. Yeah.
Yeah, he does the biggest podcast that Barstool has. Actually, pardon my take, with that other guy who's a massive Commanders fan. By the way,
PFT commentator.
Yeah, he's a huge Commanders fan.
Yeah, he is.
So I figured you like that guy.
I do like that guy.
He's the guy that wears sunglasses every time they
all
record.
the time.
Yeah. So, anyways, Gruden is hired on Barstool, so we'll see. Now, obviously, when you're sitting there watching a football game with John Gruden, imagine what the hell this guy's saying. See, he was like giving some funny stories. He was talking football during the game. The podcast before the game, he was like quizzing all the Barstool employees on like
that TikTok's hilarious.
Yeah, what they would do. How would you cover Travis Kelce in a cover 2 or whatever? Yeah. And it was just funny. One of the questions he asked was to Jersey Jerry, who's a funny Barstool's employee, and he was like, "How would you block T.J. Watt?"
Yeah.
And Jersey Jerry was like, "I wouldn't. I would just hold him because it's the only way you're stopping him."
Yeah.
So
some
some content's going to be funny. I think John.
That one
Gruden.
video where they were watching a game and Gruden's like, "This is where the analytics guy comes in." He's like, "You should go for it here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "And you know what I would just say? Fuck you." And I was like, God, dude, Gruden could be my coach any fucking time he wanted to
and
be.
so we'll see. This might be the bridge to get him back.
Yeah, I think so.
Into the NFL as a head coach somewhere. Now where that would be, that remains to be seen. But it's funny. I think the content, and if you haven't seen John Gruden's own YouTube channel, by the way, he provides a breakdown of certain games, and it's over an hour long. Breakdown of games, which team's playing, their offense, their defense, their coaching, what he likes, what he doesn't like. He does both teams, and then at the very end, he makes a pick.
Yeah,
some of the best insight you'll ever hear.
Yeah, this guy. His whole brain, you crack it open and footballs are falling out because he's got so much football knowledge and he's very good at what he does, even doing these kind of like analyst type things. So yeah,
I love it,
I mean,
dude.
great hire by Barstool. I mean, Barstool's all
How
time.
much do you
dude.
think they pay this guy, bro?
So much.
I haven't seen that, by the way.
I haven't either, but it's a lot.
It's got to be millions, right?
Yeah, because he's on. He's
Gruden's not coming for not millions of
No,
dollars.
he's not coming for fucking pennies, bro. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, in Portnoy, who, you know, love him or hate him, he's got a ton of money. And I saw he put, I guess that leads into the next thing. He bet on the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, and I think he put like $100,000 on Jake Paul or whatever. Not a lot, but he was just kind of like, I should have known to bet more or whatever. Anyways.
Yeah. He said I should have put like $10 million on it.
Yeah. So that fight was last night. That was a big thing. We talked about that on our podcast too. We were talking about, we would have gone live for it if it was tonight, actually. Which I thought it was.
Good thing we didn't, because apparently it just buffered the whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole time I wouldn't have been able to watch it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight happened last night. It was here, actually, locally in Arlington, Texas, at Cowboys Stadium, AT&T, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And
Shocking that
we kind of talked about, like, this is a joke, right? It's a joke.
It was a big publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Barely got that word out.
Yeah, you did, bro. The beers, the 10% are kicking in.
Yeah, the Martin House beers are coming. But no, yeah, it was a big stunt. I figured it was fixed. They probably told Tyson to, hey, take this $20 million and just, don't try to kill him or whatever. And Tyson put up a big game. Obviously, he's gonna have to. They were both talking shit. It's just to sell this fight, dude. And apparently, it was a colossal piece of shit fight. I didn't watch it, but I did see all.
You shouldn't even try it, bro. It doesn't work.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was looking at Facebook and TikTok and everything, and people are like, "What the fuck? It's just buffering the whole time.
Yeah.
Fuck this." And
So massive epic fail by Netflix.
yeah.
First of all, the first thing I want to say, massive epic fail by Netflix.
Yeah.
This was a live event on Netflix, which they've done before, but not to this scale. The whole world was watching this fight.
Yeah.
You have to know that.
Right.
And they obviously did not have the infrastructure to support that, because me personally, I could not watch it on my TV. First off, I tried to watch it on this TV that we record at, and has no problems for streaming football, nothing.
Yeah.
On Amazon and whatnot. And it was blurry in the first couple fights. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, this TV never has problems doing this. And then I started looking at X, and people were like, why is it so blurry? I'm getting buffering. I'm like, okay, so it's not me.
Yeah.
I have a gig internet, so it's like, come on, dude. And then I went to the wired in. I'm like, maybe if I just go to the wired in connection, because that's always faster. Right. Same thing. And the wired in was actually giving me an error on Netflix. It wasn't even like that one. The Wi-Fi was actually working, but it was just so goddamn. It looked like I was streaming it in 1930.
Yeah.
And
well,
like,
if it's affecting so many people, you're not okay. This is on Netflix.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for Netflix. You're a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to handle the traffic.
Like
you
I
should have
said,
been
you didn't
prepared
know
for
this was the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, you should have been prepared for this.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier before we hit record, they're talking about streaming live football games on fucking Netflix for Christmas.
They are doing it. They're streaming a live game.
You better get your shit. The only good thing is if it's this bad for this fight, then maybe they know what to do to fix it and get ready for those football games. Because if it starts buffering during that, people are going to be fucking pissed, dude.
Yeah. No, they're doing the Christmas game on Netflix.
Yeah. So you better get that shit fixed.
And
quick.
fuck you, Roger Goodell, for doing this shit, because we told stop doing these other service. I shouldn't have to pay. We did the story of how much an NFL fan has to pay to watch all these games.
Yeah. If I wanted to watch every single Commanders game, it would cost me $700
at least minimum.
Yeah. For the whole year, and I'm not paying that, dude.
Yeah. It's a joke.
Yeah.
That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very frustrated trying to watch, and so the best fight of the night was apparently the fight right before Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. These two females who were apparently the best two female boxers in the world, and they went at it.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it. I wish I could have watched it, guys. But I was buffering. It was buffering and just so bad the whole time. I finally just said, "Fuck this!" and I turned it off. And then when I was chilling, about to go to sleep, because by the way, the main event, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, was super late. Of course,
Yeah,
they
it was
always
like
are.
11, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, they always are. I was on my phone and I was like, you know what I'll try to do? I'll try to just go to TikTok and see if anybody's streaming it. And there were people streaming that didn't have buffering issues. And so that's how I watched the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. I watched all 8 rounds, the whole thing. It was a joke. It was a fucking terrible fight. Mike Tyson had that first round in him where he was like, okay. And then after that, he was dead because he's 58. That's why.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's 27. No business fighting a 58-year-old. I'm not saying Jake Paul's a bad fighter. He obviously can fight a little bit. There's no doubt about it. If I got in a fight with Jake Paul, he'd probably knock me out.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
100% probably would.
Yeah, well, he can fight the people that he's been fighting and do well.
Yeah.
But once you put, he called out Canelo Alvarez, by the way, and I want to see that because Canelo Alvarez is a fucking real fighter from Mexico. He's going to murder you.
Yeah, he would. Stop fighting these people that are old.
Yeah.
And just over the hill and promoting it and making a ton of money. I get it. But I don't take Jake Paul legit. I just don't.
I don't either. I mean, I respect the dude for going for what he wants to do and like chasing a dream or whatever, but I think it's more about money for him.
It's all about money. It's all about him. He's a social media promoter, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, but if you put that guy up against real fighters, you're going to see a lot of losses. I mean, they fixed this fight, dude.
That's
they
100%.
told Tyson to take this $20 million and just make it a spectacle, like. And,
dude, there was no.
And they
movement.
knew he wasn't going to fucking move, dude.
There was no
he's
movement.
60. He's almost 60, bro.
Yeah.
Like, give me a fucking break, dude. You're 27 years old. Fight somebody for real, bro.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
I swear to God, dude. And I know Jeff, our buddy Jeff, he's in chat right now. He went to the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's there.
So everybody, he told me this, and the people that he was with told me this as well. The 2 fights before the main fight were the best shit.
Yeah.
They were. I actually watched
those are legit fucking matches.
The second fight between, I can't remember their names. I have it right here, actually. The second fight between Mario Barrios and Abel Ramos, who are boxers, was really fucking good. They beat the shit out of each other, dude.
Yeah.
And that was a boxing match. And I'm like, okay. And then the one before that, who apparently the 2 best female fighters, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, they also beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
It was a great fucking fight.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard like the fights before were way better. Of course they were, because the main event is not a real fight.
Yeah, exactly. And so Jake Paul, by the way, rolling out in a car with his brother. And I was like, oh my God, I want to throw up so much right now. Just walk to the ring, asshole. Yeah. And that's what Tyson did. I was like, okay, thank you. But it's a joke. The fight was a joke. And if you thought it was going to be legit, you're kind of stupid. I'm not going to lie. We said it, right? We said it was a fucking joke.
I said it the whole time. I was like, this guy's way past his prime. He's almost 60s.
People ask me all the time, though, leading up to the, like, who you think to win? I'm like, Mike Tyson has 0 chance. And they're like, why? I'm like, he's 58. That's why.
And also, Jake Paul has a lot of money to give him to be like, let's just fucking get in there and dance around.
That may be true as well.
Let me he bought that win, dude. Everybody knows it. If you don't know that, come on.
I'm just saying, I don't know if that's true. It wouldn't surprise me, but first of all, but he's also young enough to like kind of duck and dive and get away from Mike Tyson and move around. And Tyson, like I said, Tyson was done after 1 round, dude.
Yeah, he's not.
His legs were gone. He was fucking tired, exhausted. He looked like he was sucking wind, dude.
Yeah, he hasn't fought since like fucking forever. Like 2012, I think is what
they said it was like 7,000 days.
Yeah,
something like that for a sanctioned fight.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other fights that he was in. I think he did the Mayweather fight, and that was a joke too.
Oh,
Tyson Mayweather.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that.
It was a joke.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean,
I think that's what it was, but it was a joke too. I was like, man, these boxing matches now, these main events are trash. The ones leading up to it are way better because they're actual fighters.
Yeah.
I would love to see Jake Paul actually fight somebody worth a fuck.
Yeah.
And not Conor McGregor, by the way.
No, God, no, fuck that guy. And, fight Canelo Alvarez. I want to see that fight.
Yeah, he will get murdered.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's not lasting 2 rounds there.
Yeah.
With Canelo, dude. There's no fucking way.
It was bad. Yeah, I agree. I think Jeff and Chad's nailed it. The fights are staged with Jake Paul. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying he's not a good fighter. He obviously works really hard and trains. He's in shape. We know that.
I just don't think he's beaten actual legit boxers, dude.
But if you want to be known,
fought any of them,
if you want to be known as a legit boxer, you got to fight legit boxing.
Yeah.
You can't fight these guys that came from MMA or over the hill guys, athletes that are retired.
Well, boxing nowadays is not what it used to be. You don't get into professional boxing and then climb up the rankings, get your fucking ranking. You just pick who you want to fucking fight, and then if you win enough matches, then you're like, oh, I can probably face this champ, and then the champ is some fucking cheesy, like some guy who barely got there anyway.
Yeah.
And so boxing's been terrible for so long, dude. It's all fucking stage and money
And they got paid, by the way.
right.
You know how much money they made? I think they made $20 million each.
Yeah, well, I think Paul got $40 million.
Okay.
And Tyson got 20. That's what I saw. But I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
you know
Who
what?
knows? But yeah,
They got paid.
20 million is a great paycheck for Tyson, dude. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, all you had to do was get in the ring for 16 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. And he didn't have to do anything. He knew he was getting that paycheck no matter what. So he didn't. I don't think he really gave a fuck. He put on a good show.
Even after the fight, by the way, Jake Paul was like, I wanted to give the fans a good show, but I also didn't want to hurt somebody that didn't need to hurt. I do think Jake Paul could have knocked Mike Tyson out. I know that for sure. Because
Well, that tells me that it's not a real fight. 'Cause
Exactly.
If
That's
you're
what I'm
in a-
saying.
If you're in a real fucking fight, you're going to go in there
and
and
this
try
was
to.
an official fight for some reason.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't have been.
Exactly.
This should not have been sanctioned at all. But anyway, yeah.
Garbage.
I didn't watch it at all because I
and
just knew it was
just
fucking
once
bullshit.
again, shout out.
I did see, like, I looked at after and I was like, Jake Paul won. I'm like, of course he did.
Yeah, by decision.
Why wouldn't he?
And just again, once again, shit all over Netflix because they're pathetically bad.
Yeah.
That was a all around shit show fumble. Even besides the buffering issues and everything, looking like it was like again 1930s on my grandma's TV that I had to flick the. Remember the damn TVs you had to like turn the dial,
Yeah, to get the fucking signal.
and we thought that was great back then. That's what it looked like. But I'm just saying, beyond that, the announcers were pathetically bad. They had Rosie Perez as an announcer. What the fuck is that? Cedric the Entertainer was there as an announcer. And I'm like, what are we doing?
It was just a spectacle.
It's
That's
just
all it was
Netflix dropped the ball in so many goddamn ways. Never do that again, please, for the love of God.
about. Yeah.
By the way, if it was a pay-per-view, I would not have paid for it at all.
Oh, God, no.
I would
Not
have
even a
pirated
little
it
bit.
somewhere. And I'm okay saying that, by the way, because I don't care.
Yeah, no. I'm not paying money for that fucking shit. I knew the outcome before months ago.
Yeah. And we said that
Yeah.
before leading up to the fight. We're like, this is not real. This is a joke, right?
Yeah. This is all about money. All boxing is about money now. It's bad.
I don't know how Rosie Perez was a commentator.
That's weird.
I don't know. I'm like, bitch, you were in fucking White Men Can't Jump. What are you doing fucking calling boxing?
Yeah, what the fuck is happening here?
You were naked
So
in
like
that, too.
fever. Yeah, she was. She was actually hot back then.
Well, yeah, she was young. She was hot.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson definitely nailed that.
yeah.
Shout out, Woody.
yeah.
My weeds for the people. Oh, that was interesting, though. It was just a pathetic all-around night. If you stayed up for that, I'm sure you fucking regret your life. I like I said, I was literally laying in bed watching it on my phone like this.
Yeah.
Like I was holding my phone up like this, and if you're listening to audio, it was just I've had it sideways my phone, just like I watch porn, by the way, on my phone.
yeah.
And so I was watching it, and I was like, all right, good night. 'Cause as soon as the 8th round ended, I didn't even wait for the decision. I turned it off and went to sleep. I was like, this is a joke. That was the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, they rob people, dude. Yeah, I mean, they rob people of some money, dude.
There was a ton of celebrities there too, man. They kept showing that on the thing, and I'm like, Jesus. And in the background too, you see Governor Abbott, Greg Abbott sitting back there. I'm like, Jesus, why is this guy there?
Yeah. Why? I don't know why people. I mean, I guess it's just to go to post about it and stuff, get your fucking clicks or whatever.
Yeah.
But fuck, yeah. I'm glad I didn't watch it, dude. Apparently, I couldn't have. I mean, it was going to be buffering the whole time.
No, you would have had a better chance going to TikTok like I did. That's how I watched it.
I did. I was scrolling through everybody's stuff and like, I don't know. I can't watch the fight. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I know Billy's in chat as well, saying those two fights made it worth a watch. That was true. I did watch that first one, and those guys beat the shit out of each other. It was a good fight, and then the female fight I didn't get to watch because it was buffering too much before I went to TikTok, so I was pissed and I turned it off. I wanted to watch that female fight, to be honest. I was like, man, I thought that was gonna be good. So I watched highlights of it. They beat the shit out of each other, and It was apparently the best female boxing match ever of all time, dude.
Yeah.
And better than the Tyson fight. Because they actually hit each other.
Those undercards are usually the best because those are like guys trying to make a name for themselves or women trying to make a name for themselves in the sport. And it's like, well, when you're on this kind of card, obviously, because this was a joke to begin with. And
they got paid a lot of money, though. Those two chicks, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, they got paid a lot of money.
Good.
Too. And they should.
Good for them. Yeah, if they're like legit boxers, I'm all about it. Like I used to love boxing back in the day, and I haven't seen a great boxing match in a long time. So
exactly. We'll see. We'll see what Jake Paul's next fight's going to be. It'll probably be a joke. Rumor is he actually challenged Jimmy Carter, a 100-year-old man. So
yeah, that's his thing.
Yeah.
He likes to pick people who are out of their prime, obviously.
Yeah, I think he's next, or Joe Biden. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what Jake Paul's next one is. Might be Joe, bro. I don't know. I simply do not know.
You can speculate.
You can speculate.
I'll take another.
Dude, I mean, it's kind of a joke. Like, let's get somebody that's around his age that's an actual boxer.
Fight that Olympic
and whenever
boxer,
he
dude. Fight that Olympic boxer that's a dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd actually be down for that. That'd be a good fight, probably.
That's dressed up as a chick. Fight that guy.
Exactly. Let's see that fight.
Yeah.
All right, whatever, man. I hope you didn't spend too much of your time watching that fight. It was a joke. Okay. Moving on to NFL. We're recording before the NFL Sunday. We told you up front, but the one thing we can talk about is the Thursday night stream that we did, which was fantastic. We really appreciate if you hung out with us, man. We love you so much. And the main reason we can talk about it is because the Leafs team played, and there was a good stream just for that reason. And the Commanders ended up losing this game on the road to Philadelphia, 26-18. And I will say this, they let it slip away because they should have dominated the Eagles, especially in the first half. After the Eagles missed 2 field goals, and then the Eagles just took over in the fourth quarter, and Commanders had this game, and Leaf said it so many times on the stream. Mm-hmm. They let them hang around, and the Eagles came out in the fourth quarter, and 26-8, scored 20 points in the fourth, and I'll let you take over, Leaf, because I know you weren't. I mean, if you watch our stream, you know this guy was not happy, obviously.
Well, it's one of those rare games where our defense actually played way better than our offense. The offense was shit.
Yeah.
They got that first touchdown, and then they did absolutely nothing after that. And Eagles gave you so many opportunities. They missed 2 field goals. They were punting all fucking night. They couldn't get going. Our defense was keeping them in check for so long. And I always said, too, like I said, Saquon Barkley will be the fucking key to this game. And they kept him in check in the first half for sure. And then, of course, after a while, you can't stop that guy forever. And he busted out a couple and got loose. And that was going to be the key. And that's what happened. He had a big fucking run, scored a touchdown, scored a couple of touchdowns. And then that was it. We couldn't come back from that. And we got a garbage time touchdown and a 2-point conversion after that. But it just wasn't enough. Very rare that the offense looks like that for this team because, like I said, they were top 3 offense in the league, scoring wise, and just a bad game. Two games like that Pittsburgh game and this game, 2 pretty bad games that you were right there in striking distance and you didn't take advantage. So that's a little worrying right now for me. Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn need to maybe get together and be like, we got to fix this shit. Well, the Pittsburgh game was a little different because I don't think that wasn't Jaden Daniels' fault. That he was hitting receivers right in their fucking hands and they were dropping the passes. And then we had that big punt return that was a fumble that let Pittsburgh kind of get an easy touchdown. So, but the Eagles game, Jaden Daniels did not look like the Jaden Daniels I've seen in the previous 8 weeks. So
yeah, he looked bad. I will say that on Thursday he had some problems.
Yeah, so
but this is kind of like a mini bye for him to I think the ribs are still bothering him, dude.
I think so. I mean, it hasn't looked like since that rib injury happened and he missed that whole game against the Panthers pretty much. He came back those next couple games and looked fine. But you see on the sideline they keep like kind of taping him up while he's on the sideline. So
he's not fully healed. Dude.
Yeah, and he hasn't ran. That's the other thing. Since that rib injury, he has barely ran the ball, which has been a big fucking part of the offense. And it's when you have a running quarterback. Look at Lamar Jackson. I mean, that's a huge threat. You can't really game plan that very much.
And when you have a rib injury, you got to minimize your hits.
It looks like Cliff is worried about that guy getting hit a lot, and I understand.
Yeah,
but we do need his legs, man, because that's a huge weapon. I've always said not as much as he's been doing in the first few weeks, but we still need it. You could tell that that's a big part. But his throwing ability and stuff is still really good. But like this was just a bad offensive game total, like together. Yeah. And that's really it. I mean, they play the Cowboys, and so we should get back on track. Anytime a team's going like having a bad year, they like, let's go to Arlington and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
or have the Dallas come play us and we'll
so your next game is the Cowboys at Washington, right? So it's in Washington.
It's in Washington, so that'll be nice. Yeah, and they got a couple extra days. So.
No, so this is like that's the benefit of some. Obviously, they hate the short week, but like when you play on Thursday, it's like, okay, we got kind of like mini bye to like rest and relax, and maybe that, like I said, maybe that helps Jaden's ribs. I still think that's bothering him.
I do too. I think it's an issue for sure. Yeah. Because like I said, you can see every
not
time,
throwing wise, but
after
like
every series he comes off and they tape him up, so it's obviously a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried. We're 7-4, so we still got a shot. I still don't think the Eagles are as good as that. I think the next time
they're not. I mean, you should have dominated them.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, we had that game. Man. Yeah, I mean we had it. And when they come to Washington to play them for the second time, I think we take care of business there. But now I'm not too worried. I think we'll still get into the playoffs.
The Eagles have won 6 in a row, by the way.
Yeah. But like I said, man, I mean, this team is in the right direction, and I'm happy about that. I don't think they're there yet, obviously. You got a rookie quarterback who's still learning things, and he's going to have bad games like he did, and that's fine. But for the most part, this team's great, man. I think they're going to be fine. Get that playoff experience. That'd be great for his first year like that. And then get ready next year. Give Dan Quinn another year to build some more on the defense because our defense is still shaky. Get you another receiver. We need another receiver really bad.
100% you need another receiver.
When McLaurin gets shut down like that, because he's the only guy, so that's why.
Yeah.
Like De'Ami Brown and Noah Brown, those guys aren't there. Those aren't number 2 guys. No. You need a number 2 guy that's going to force the defense to, like, okay, we can't double team McLaurin like we did all fucking night.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. So, but they're fine, man. I'm still like I said, we've won 3 games more than we did last year, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to just hope for a little wild card spot, and then, like you said, the experience, and then whatever happens, right?
Yeah, just get there and see what happens. I mean, you never know, but like
2 games back now, though. That's not good.
Yeah, it's rough. But like I said, I don't think Philly's that fucking good, man. And like I said, any sort of division games, a coin flip, no matter where you're at, what your record is or nothing, it's always going to be hard. So, but like I said, to lose in these manners in the last 2 weeks is kind of bad. So, they need to fix that shit. You should be a 9-win team right now you should have won that game against the Steelers and this one.
Yeah.
And, but they'll get it corrected, man. Dan Quinn's a great fucking football coach, I think.
I got to say, watching this game on Thursday, too, towards the end or whatever, I remember because they were down by 2 possessions, and I get it, but they were also doing some stupid fucking shit.
Yeah, there's some bad play
They were
calls.
running the ball, and I'm like, you got to score quick. Why are you running the ball?
Yeah.
And so I was like, Kingsbury, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, like when they scored that when they got that 2-point conversion, there was 38 seconds left. I'm like, well, what are you doing, dude? You had so much time, though, when they scored. And I was like, man, I don't know what you're doing, dude. So, yeah, there were some questionable calls. Hopefully they get that fixed.
I went back and watched our last minute or whatever on stream. Or I was trying to say that, and you were freaking out the whole time. I was like, all right, I get it.
No, I was like, no, this game's over, dude. There's no way. You got to kick it.
But I was like, I was trying to tell you, I'm like, are you mad at Kingsbury right now? Because this play calling is absolute shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It was bad. Yeah,
in that situation, I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah, the clock management looked like Mike McCarthy was
exactly. The clock management was bad. Dan Quinn definitely fucked that up, and so did Kingsbury.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was a big concern because I was like, you can go. You got enough time to win this fucking football game.
They did, man, and they had timeouts. That's what I was saying. I was like, the clock management was shit, dude.
Yeah, and they ran it like 2 times in a row. And
I get it. It's a long stretch. I understand. But, give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
You didn't see fucking Tom Brady or Peyton Manning giving up on that shit.
Right. Yeah, it was weird. And I still feel like Cliff is not 100% like trusting, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe it goes back to the ribs. We don't know. We're not in the building, obviously.
Yeah.
Ribs will take down a hill to bother him the rest of the season. Yeah, I that's what we're saying. I think if anything, this mini bye will help.
Yeah.
But it's going to bother him. It's not going to be. You're getting hit still on Thursday, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's not going to heal in a week and a half. It's just not. The rib is, it's going to be sore for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully these extra few days of rest will help. And then you got Dallas coming, so you'll get back on track.
Yeah, that's not a problem. No issue there. Dan Quinn's going to be like, let's go, motherfuckers.
That's going to be our confidence booster after losing 2 in a row.
Oh, there's no way in hell Dan Quinn doesn't annihilate the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, no. See, he's like, I got all your players over here.
Yeah. I don't think he left on bad terms or anything. It's just
no. But, I mean, he's going to want to beat his old team.
Yeah, of course. And the players are going to want to play for him to beat that. So, yeah. So, yeah, man, that's the only NFL game, obviously, as we're sitting here recording. Again, as Leaf mentioned, the Cowboys play on Monday night. Houston Texans come into town and play the Cowboys. And the audio for this will release on Tuesday morning, so the game's already over if you're listening on audio. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I will say I fully expect the Houston Texans to just dominate the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, this is like we've said all year, is like because the Houston has had a bad couple losses lately.
They have,
and every team that needs to get their season turned around, they just play Dallas and they'll be good.
Houston's lost 2 in a row. They're in a shitty division, the AFC South.
Yeah,
so they're still in the lead in their division, but losing 2 in a row, they need a win. Yeah. They definitely need a win. And as Leaf just mentioned, come to Arlington and you probably get one. Because the Cowboys can't win at home. And by the way, last night for the fight, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, the curtains were down on the windows, so Jerry can do that. But apparently it's a home field advantage.
Why would you put them down during the nighttime and not the daytime?
It's a home field. Apparently it's a home field advantage, according to Jerry on the radio this past week. So much so, like I posted on my shit, it's such a big home field advantage they have not won a game at home. Yeah. So all year.
You're right.
And been, by the way, embarrassed at home for the last 5 games.
Sounds like there's not great events happening at the AT&T Stadium.
There's nothing great happening there. The fight was a joke. The Cowboys are a joke. Everything.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to put those curtains down during the 3:00 games because it creates a home field. Where's the moon?
But he puts them down when it's nighttime?
Yeah.
That's wild.
For a fight.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense, dude.
It doesn't because he's a fucking idiot.
He's lost his mind. He's gone.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of that guy.
Tell me how, please, for the love of God.
I don't know, man. Somebody's keeping him alive, bro, over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shooting him with adrenaline, bro.
Just so funny to hear his comments, and it's actually sad now to hear those comments because you're just kind of like, bro, you make no sense.
Yeah.
You're that senile and old. And it's sad that you don't realize it. And you can't just be like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And he's just like, yeah, I mean, it's a home field advantage. And I'm like, you haven't won a game at home all year, you fucking moron.
Yeah, it's not a great advantage.
What kind of advantage are you talking about? And that's why I couldn't interview him on the radio.
Yeah.
Because if he says that shit to me on the radio, I'll be like, yeah, Jerry, by the way, you're 0-4 at home. How's it a home field advantage?
How's it working out for you, bro?
And he'd be like, I'll fire your ass. I'm like, you don't own me.
Yeah.
I know I don't work for you, bro. By the way.
Yeah.
I don't care. I would say that.
Yeah.
And
somebody needs to because he's saying the most
I get it.
outlandish shit, dude.
These guys were in like a pressure situation at the point, but I'm not backing down, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be like, how's that a home field advantage? Well, you're 0-4. You haven't won at home all year. And actually, the last 5 home games, you've been embarrassed, getting killed. And Jerry's answering me like, oh, my God, I'll get rid of you. You ain't talking to me about this. And I'm like, well, see, hang up on him, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, stop pussyfooting around. Talk shit to Jerry, bro. It's that easy.
Yeah, let him know this because this is one of the worst fucking teams I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you're 1 year removed from winning 12 games.
He deserves it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, my God.
Real quick, before Sam gets to his crazy story, if anybody out there wants to buy me a Christmas gift, and I know all you want to, Warner Brothers is selling 10 tumbler Batmobiles from the Chris Knight trilogy.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
those
okay.
badass things?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was like the, what are they called in the movie?
Tumblers, I think.
That's it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all like full on, there's all like black on black on.
Yeah.
Because he goes in nighttime and you can't see it.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Warner Brothers has 10 of these sitting around in these garages, bro. They use them in the movies, but they're all functional, they say.
Street legal?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's not
Meaning
that-
we're not going to see one of those roll down the road.
Yeah, probably not. I'm just saying. They're not that much. So buy me one.
$3 million is not much.
$3 million, please. That if you want to buy me and Sam a Christmas gift, just throw $3
Yeah,
million.
we would definitely have to. You get it for 1 week, I get it for 1 week.
Yeah, just get us one.
We'll trade off, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got enough listeners and viewers.
I saw that. I was like, holy shit, they got 10 of those, and they're actually putting them up for sale. $3 million each. So
yeah,
get
feeling generous.
yeah. If you want to give your Batman fans a fucking gift, there you go. There it is. $3 million.
And we're bringing you the best reviews of the Penguin series and Matt Reeves' Batman.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, help us out, bro.
I mean, we also love the Christopher Nolan series. My bad. I was thinking of the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It just popped in my head.
The Christopher Knight Dark.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy with Christian Bale was so good. So
Yeah, it was one of the top trilogies.
that's 100% one of the top trilogies of
Yeah.
all time. It's not. It's definitely.
But those
up there.
tumblers are badass, dude. So they look cool.
I was always. That's kind of one of the things that I kind of was just like. I didn't really like. That.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't really like that. I'm not gonna lie. During that series, because I'm like, it really wasn't a Batmobile.
Right.
It was really more like a military thing. So I was kind of like, kind of one thing that did bother me, and the motorcycle thing. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. The movies were still fantastic. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie about that.
No,
If there's one little nitpicking thing here and there. Okay,
You're right.
Well,
like the Batmobile that Pattinson drives is not. I'm not a fan.
yeah,
But
that's just a regular like car that he souped up, which is
but
cool. But maybe it'll evolve.
Yeah, because like we said, this is like year 1 that he's Batman or whatever. So or year 2 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's early on.
So yeah,
he's a young guy. He's a young Bruce Wayne. so.
Right. So yeah, he'll maybe evolve the whole equipment stuff, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, like I said, because that movie was so great. Like it was so shocking. By the way,
I
like
loved,
we thought it was gonna be trash. We've said this so many times, but
we were worried.
yeah,
We were worried because Pattinson,
Yeah.
and then it ended up being badass.
yeah.
We were like, okay,
So yeah, man, there you go.
but yeah, buy leave $3 million.
Please, I'll take I'll take a
something-
tumbler all day.
Yeah. How many are they selling?
10.
10 of them.
Yeah.
They had 10 of those fucking
Yeah,
things.
yeah. And they say they're functional, bro. They work. I'm not sure what like it's based on, like what kind of chassis it's on.
You
Like,
can't
obviously
you
unless they
you
did
literally cannot drive that down the highway. There's no
it,
goddamn
nah,
way.
yeah, no, you're getting pulled over for sure.
You're not. First of all, you're not getting registered. So
No, like you cannot drive this, sir. I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn it, $3 million paperweight.
yeah, exactly. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, you hope you have some land to drive it around because that's
Yeah,
the only place.
I do have some. Maybe I'll just go do donuts out in my
Yeah.
fucking yard out there.
Yeah, just fucking bulldoze your house with that thing, dude.
That does need to happen. Yeah.
I'd be like, oh wait, did you take all your stuff out of there, like your PS5 and your TV?
Yeah,
That's
it's all in
you-
storage, but here we go, guys. I'm obviously going to film that. I'm like, watch.
Yeah, I'll be like, post it on our TikTok page. And we might actually get viewers.
I just like build a ramp to where I drop and land in it.
I'd be like, "Ah!" I'm the one that's filming it.
Yeah. We're like, yeah. Ah.
That would be badass, bro. Not gonna lie, I would love that.
So, yeah, y'all get some money together and get me a fucking tumbler.
Do it, bro. Speaking of money, to end our episode here, we got a crazy story that we would just kind of like we're looking at before we went live. Again, this is just a stupid, funny story. And we always just read the title off and then read the story here. So this is the title of this story as we get out of here. And me and Leaf are probably going to slam so many beers after this
Oh, yeah.
because it's Saturday night.
Saturday night, baby.
All right, man arrested in the UK cheese heist where an imposter stole $389,000 worth of cheddar.
What the fuck?
Cheddar, not
Cheese.
actual money. Cheese.
Like blocks of cheese or round wheels of cheese?
It's round wheels of cheese. So
Nice.
here you go. Authorities in London have arrested a 63-year-old man in connection with the cheese heist of 2024, in which tens of thousands of pounds of high-value cheddar were stolen from a major distributor.
Dude, some of those, like those kind of certain kind of cheeses are fucking expensive.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So I get it.
$389,000 worth.
Good God.
London-based retailer and cheesemaker Neal's Yard Dairy said it learned on Wednesday that a suspect was in custody. The Metropolitan Police confirmed to the news outlet that a man was detained on suspicion of fraud by false representation and handling stolen goods.
Yeah.
The man was taken to a South London police station where he was questioned. He has since been bailed pending further inquiries. So over the past week, the British artisanal cheese community, I didn't even know that was a thing.
All right.
There's a cheese community in Britain, bro.
They love cheese over there.
It's been reeling after Neal's Yard Diary announced it had been a victim of a sophisticated fraud, resulting in a loss of over $300,000 worth of cheddar.
Jeez, that's a ton of fucking cheese, bro.
Yeah.
I hope he's got a lot of fucking Ritz crackers on him.
Yeah, right? Dude, I know. What the fuck are you doing with this, by the way?
Yeah. Reselling it? I don't know.
The theft involved a fraudulent buyer posing as a legitimate wholesale distributor for a major French retailer with the cheese delivered before the discovery of the fraudulent identity. Thief made off with 950 wheels, over 22 metric tons, or roughly 48,500 pounds of the cheddar. The wheels came from 3 different artisan suppliers across England and Wales. 48,000 pounds of cheese this guy fucking stole, bro.
Jeez, where do you put it in a U-Haul truck or something?
You got to have like major fucking truckers taking this shit off.
Yeah, no, it's more than one truck full.
Yeah, exactly. So he posed as a distributor and obviously had some trucks and everything available. He was just fucking stealing it all.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of cheese, bro.
So yeah, that's coming out of the UK out there, everybody, that there's somebody out there that stole basically $400,000 worth of cheese. And as Leaf said, I think he was just going to resell it.
Probably, yeah.
And as funny as that sounds or whatever, Leaf is definitely right. Some of this cheese is like legit and it's fucking expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff that they age forever and it actually tastes really good. Like, that's expensive shit. That's like rich
Which
people
makes no
shit.
sense to me. How the fuck does that taste good?
Yeah.
After it's aged that long.
It's not
Usually
that-
my cheese in my fridge, if it's aged that long, it's
not
mold.
that $2.50 mozzarella bag I buy at
Okay,
fucking
that's
grocery
true, actually. Maybe it's the price. Yeah. I have some cheese in my fucking fridge one time, dude, and I was like, man, I don't think it's that old. I think I'm good to make a burger with the cheese. And then I pulled the cheese out and whatever, and all the slices are molded. I'm like, nah, it's not good, bro.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's like, because you said it's like the 12 slices that were $2.50. I'm like, nah, okay.
Yeah, the Borden slice or whatever the fuck it is.
That's not even that. It's a great value Walmart slices.
Yeah, no, because that shit's expensive too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'll get the mozzarella bag, dude, shredded for like my salads and stuff when I make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like $2 or whatever it is.
Yeah. And you got to eat it within this time frame. Otherwise, it will mold.
Yeah. You gotta eat it quick.
I had because I remember that one day I was like, man, I'm fucking, I had some meat, right? So I was like, burgers sound fucking good. And I just remember I was like, oh, I did get these buns actually. And they're good. So I just like cooked the burgers and everything. I was like, I do have some cheese. I never checked the cheese until I've cooked the burgers.
Yeah. I
put the burgers on the bun, bro. And I went to my fridge, bro, and grabbed the fucking cheddar out, the sliced cheddar. And I looked like before I even opened it, I could see through the clear past. It was all molded. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I had to eat the fucking burgers without cheese, which I hated.
Just a regular ass hamburger. Huh?
Yeah, and I was like, well, I doused it in fucking Whataburger ketchup because I was like, at least something.
Yeah. You gotta have something on it. Bro.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. My cheese was molded.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, apparently this cheese was super expensive and probably doesn't mold, I guess.
Yeah, there's certain kind of cheese that it's better when it's like years. It ages.
Is that
like
blue cheese? Blue cheese, like kind of
Probably.
that way. Right? I don't know. I'm not a cheese guy. I'm not. Excuse me. I love cheese. I'm just saying I'm not a cheese nologist.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that the right
much
word?
about it, yeah. Like brie and all that, or what is it called? Or,
Oh yeah, brie cheese. Yeah. Some of that shit is delicious though.
Like some of it, like you age it for fucking forever, for years. I guess it never molds. I have no clue. I'd have to do research on it, and I don't have the time to research cheese, bro.
No, I haven't either.
Just let me get my
I'm not
shit
in the
from
cheese business.
Berkshire's, bro. You know, and just go that way.
I'm not in the cheese business. Of course, if I was, apparently I got to watch out for fake distributors that steal $400,000.
Yeah, apparently you can lose a ton of money.
Yeah. So be careful out there. If you're a cheese connoisseur or maker, watch out for these fake distributors that'll come in and steal $400K worth of your product.
That's goddamn.
And not product like drugs. Cheese. Actual cheese that we would use on fucking cheddar is what it says. So that's actually cheese that I would put on my burger.
Yeah, 100%.
Or eat by itself. You ever buy those cheese cubes? Like they're in a bag. They're cubes.
Oh, yeah,
I bought those
before, yeah.
I bought those, bro. And cheese is expensive, but I bought those cheese cubes, and I'm like, God. And you eat the whole bag, and you're like, wow, I'm not going to shit for like 3 days now.
You're right. I did that. I bought some fucking string cheese recently.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
string cheese
grab
is
one
great.
of those, just peel it off and eat it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know the good thing about me buying cheese, like string cheese or cubes or whatever, when my daughter comes over here and she's with me, she can't eat it because she's lactose intolerant. I'm like, yes, because she's a damn vacuum whenever she's over here.
Yeah. Yeah, when I have my 15-year-old, I can't keep food in the house.
Exactly.
They fucking eat everything.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, I didn't go to the store, so you just eat everything in one night.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I'll go spend $300 and I'll have my like 2 kids there. They're 15 and 12, and I'm like, you got to make this last the whole week. And
Exactly.
like, 3 days later, I got to go back to the grocery store.
Yeah. Good luck. It's not happening, bro.
I was like, all right. You got a budget for that shit. You're like, Jesus.
I know, dude. I know.
I got to take a loan out to feed these fucking assholes.
Let me spend $300 at the store because that's probably what you're gonna eat. So yeah. Oh man, but the cheese, I'm safe.
Yeah,
because I'm like, she can't eat it.
Yeah,
she can't eat it.
I wish my kids were lactose intolerant. I'd buy dairy products all day. So I could
like, Dad, I can't eat that. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm buying, so I can have it.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, smart.
Anyways, man. All right, man. Let's get the hell out of here. Be careful with your cheese out there, everybody.
People can jag it.
Yeah, I gotta let everybody know. All right. Anyways, let's get out of here, man. So, hey, make sure we appreciate everybody on YouTube, by the way, hanging out with us. We record live usually every time. Sometimes, obviously, audio only. That's usually only happens during football season
because we're all so long.
Yeah. So, but we appreciate it. We are live today. So, if you are curious and you're listening out there, where the hell are we live? We're live on YouTube, youtube.com/@Eskimo Brothers Podcast. That's our channel. Subscribe to it, please. That is completely free to do that. We're trying to grow our channel, and we would really appreciate it if you did that, man. Take the time out there to do that. And if you're listening this far into the podcast episode, you probably already are. But if not, tell your friends and family, share it out there, please. We would love that. And then, of course, like I said, in order to know when we're going live, please follow our social media out there. That's how you're going to know when we're going to go live and everything like that. And then favorite our social media too, so you see it on your feed, because sometimes they just fucking block us because we didn't spend money on advertising.
Yeah.
Everything's at Eskimo Brothers Podcast, though. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. And then follow us on X as well, the best social media platform out there right now, at Eskimo Bros Pod. We're out there on that. We're blue check marked and everything. So when you see it, you get the blue check mark. That's us, baby. And then, of course, the most of you guys listen on audio as well, and we appreciate the hell out of you, and we love you, actually, Leaf.
Yeah, we see the uptick on the audio fucking episodes when we drop them on audios, and we appreciate that so much. So if you're listening out there, if you're, I think Amazon and Spotify and Apple are like our bigger ones. So we appreciate you listening. If you could, go to those, when you listen, go to our pages on those sites and rate and review the show. On Spotify, all you got to do is hit 5 stars when you're on our page. Apple, you can write a review and hit 5 stars for us. That would be great. Amazon, I'm not sure, but like I'm sure you can rate and review the show there, however you do it. That just helps us out, man. It puts us in front of more people on the audio type stuff. So go do that for us. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah. We love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, man. We love you. Let me take us out with some more Billy. Gave us a goddamn great band out here to take us out with some great music, and we appreciate the hell out of Billy. He's an OG, bro.
Absolutely.
So we love you guys, man. We'll be back, obviously, Thursday for our. I'll be here.
Yeah.
Leafs is gone.
I'll be playing a gig.
I'll be here. It's either gonna be solo or somebody's gonna hang out with me. It's to be determined, but
Figure it out.
still be live. So I'd appreciate the hell out of you if you hung out with for Thursday Night Football, and then next week with a brand new episode as well. We'll be live for sure for that one.
Yeah.
And we would appreciate you, and we love you guys, man. Have a good night. Be careful out there. First of all, I want to say that real quick.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of everybody, and we love you.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.